Awful TikToker arrested for lying about her cancer. Why would you do that?
She was diagnosed with cancer, raised $37,000,
For the
but
money.
was given a heavy sentence as the cancer never existed. Born March 2003,
So
her
she
name
should.
is Madison Russo, and she was a University of Iowa student when she began feeling, quote, just a little bit off.
Wait, how
She
long did she get
experienced
arrested for?
sporadic fevers, some bloody stools and random nosebleeds, leading to a checkup with her university doctor. On the 10th of February 2022, at the age of only 19, Maddie was given a diagnosis she never could have predicted.
I got the call from my oncologist and they found a mass on my pancreas and I had stage 2 pancreatic cancer at this
Wait, is pancreas the thing above the vagina? Is that what that is?
19 years old.
Out of 25 different cancers, pancreatic has the lowest chance of survival.
The 5-year outlook of survival
really?
is a slim 11%.
However, this initial announcement video was already somewhat
Wait, I want to see that graph
the
actually.
lowest chance.
Just 19 years old.
Out of 25 different cancers,
Testes. What is that? Testicle cancer. Melanoma, prostate, thyroid, breast, Hodgkin lymphoma, uterus, vulva, kidney, anus, cervix, rectal, colon, leukemia, myeloma, bladder, ovary, stomach, lung, esophagus, liver, brain. Wow, pancreas is what? Wait, what is pancreas? What is that actually? Yeah, is that just above the vagina? Yeah. Basically, this is chance of survival. So the least the bar, the more likely you're gonna die with it.
pancreatic has the lowest chance of survival.
Like
The
lowest chance.
5-year outlook of survival is a slim 11%.
However, this initial
Damn.
announcement video was already somewhat suspicious. She kept on looking to the left like she was reading off a script, which would be a pretty strange approach to talking about a life experience.
True.
It's her looking at her script for me. Perhaps she wrote it out to keep her words concise, but also how she was diagnosed didn't sound right.
You don't just have an oncologist. It takes weeks, months. You have to find one that specializes in the kind of cancer you have.
These red flags were clearly overlooked
That's
as
right.
Maddie was featured by her local news, in which she'd stand by her original story. My phone rang and it said Iowa City Oncology. I stepped out of the classroom and took the call. They told me they had found a mass
So
on
you're
my
3 months.
pancreas and that I had stage 2 pancreatic cancer. I was terrified and I definitely still am. I was in shock. I didn't think it could be true. I'm so young and I wondered how this could happen. I went through all the emotions and I was pretty numb. I remember hanging
people
up
can't
the
get it,
phone
though.
and I was a mess. I was literally bawling, but somehow I ended up getting the courage to wipe away my tears and went back into class, which now when I think about it was pretty crazy.
Bro, why
you
would
never
you-
want to get
that's
cancer,
fucked up.
and if you do get diagnosed, you can't choose where you get it. Of all the ones, why does it have to be this one?
You know what, chat? I really like, bro. Do you know what would be good? Like if someone with the cancer she was saying she has, if we can take it out of a patient and pull it in her. You know what I mean? Like you're lying about having it and stuff. You know what? Let's help someone who actually got it. Take it out of them and you have it. You have it, okay?
Again implying to everyone that she'd been given the worst cancer possible. To make matters worse, surgery was not an option as my tumor is on the tail of my pancreas, and it's very deep-rooted. Doctors said that if they went in, the surgery would do more harm. There was more risk than reward, and as a result, she'd
What?
instead be doing 15 rounds of oral chemotherapy, along with 90 rounds of radiation. She'd document the journey as a way to help her cope, trying to act as an example that she could maintain looks and lifestyle. She'd write, round 14 of chemo ended last Friday and by Sunday night, I decided to throw on my running shoes and see where they took me. Well, they took me 6 miles. I'm thinking the bags of blood I received earlier in the week fueled this one and made me speedy, although to a person with leukemia.
Wait, chat. Listen, I don't know too much about like cancer treatment, right? But I'm like that sounds a bit weird. You have a round of chemo, and a couple of days later, you're running 6 miles. That sounds like I don't know how cancer treatment goes, but can you do that? That sounds like that shouldn't just you shouldn't be able to do that, right?
Although to a person with leukemia named Anna Tower, this was again very strange.
Yeah, you sit for
She
days.
wrote,
Yeah,
when
I thought
saw
so.
Maddie's post about her going for a run, she looked pretty. She had all her hair and was strong enough to go running, a run I was missing since my diagnosis. So there I was sitting on the couch, looking at that post and asking myself what was I doing wrong?
Yo,
Why
that's
was I bored,
true.
weak, and couldn't even think about walking, let alone running. Walking to the car to get to the hospital was a challenge.
Yo, I didn't even think about it that way. Like people with cancer are gonna look at her thinking they're gonna start thinking they're weaker. What are they doing wrong? Because she's like doing the same thing as them, and she's running, and you know what I mean.
Thinking I did something wrong,
Yeah,
or
this is
maybe
messed
that I
up.
was
This
not
is messed
strong
up.
enough, passively implying Maddie's appearance was also highly suspicious.
This is messed
People
up.
began to ask, how do you have chemo and keep all that beautiful hair? To which she'd post the following video.
How I am keeping my hair during treatment with chemo and radiation. My mom found this.
No way you're doing a sponsor.
It's biotin with collagen and keratin.
Maddie claimed that she'd kept her hair by using vitamin supplements, but with comments like, I guess the biotin is stronger than the chemo, she'd adjust her claim stating it did fall out sometimes.
I was like brushing my hair and a few like pieces were like coming out as I was brushing my hair.
She'd post this photo to show she wasn't lying,
Oh my
but it was
God.
pretty damn obvious these were simply from a
Oh
haircut.
my God.
Additionally, Maddie was super tanned in every single photo, which again was weird as they don't let you tan or use self-tanners during chemo. Her response, get this, was that the radiation treatment was keeping her golden brown. Maybe this radiation
is
was
messed
also
up.
recharging her energy, as Maddie gave talks at St. Ambrose University, the SAU Generosity Night, and for the National Pancreas Foundation. In the process, she'd appear on podcasts.
How would you define the term pancreatic cancer?
The first word that comes to mind is just ugly.
Before announcing she'd gotten a second type of cancer. It is with heartbreak and shock that I share the news that my cancer has spread to my blood and is acute lymphoblastic leukemia on top of my original diagnosis of
So
pancreatic
she's got two
cancer.
cancers now.
She'd therefore update her GoFundMe, writing Maddie's cancer has been progressively getting worse and has spread all over her body, including throughout her blood and also on her spine. She's tried everything and given it her all. Chemo, radiation, and other methods have no longer helped. As
Yo, chat, I ain't gonna cap, but I actually, yeah, she needs karma. Like, I hope, well, I don't hope because no one should have it, right? But karma, imagine she actually gets in a few years' time everything she's pretending to have, and then she'll know the real struggle. Do you know what I'm saying? Then she'll be like, oh, damn, I really should not have kid about this.
As a result, donations flooded in, totaling $37,800. Maddie's close family friend Peggy
Man.
Ole, whose husband died of pancreatic cancer, also sent Maddie a whole package of support materials, including $500 in gift cards. To keep the money rolling in, Maddie befriended a fellow cancer patient named Charlie, who passed away in October 22,
Oh,
leading
bless.
Maddie to make the following post. This just absolutely breaks my heart. Charlie and I would text each other daily, talking about all the ups and downs of both our battles with cancer, and she was seriously just a sweet, genuine soul. We were the same age, lived within minutes of each other, and could relate to each other 100%.
You're lying!
Sadly, it seemed Maddie's cancer was also getting worse, as she'd post a compilation showing everything she'd been through. Included were photos of her in hospital, although it would be through these that Maddie was finally exposed. TikToker Scrub Hacks
Wait, how has she done that though? Because actually, like, to me, someone that don't go to the hospital, this looks real. It looks real to me.
cancer was also getting worse.
But I
as
don't
she'd
know
post
anything.
A compilation
I don't know
showing
what I'm looking for.
everything she'd been through. Included were photos of her in hospital.
How would
although
she get
it would
that,
be
though?
through these that Maddie was finally exposed. TikToker Scrub Hacks, who worked inside a hospital, noticed Maddie's medical equipment was installed incorrectly.
What is going on with that chest port? I am not a chemo nurse, but this doesn't look like a port to me. The
What's a
dressing
port?
is really screwed up with her feeding tube that's not primed. Let's go closer to her nose. Is that the end of the feeding tube.
One comment clarified chemo nurse here and that ain't a port, again confirmed by a medical doctor.
Wait, so that pretty much means that the tube isn't like all the way in. It's just like okay.
The actual positioning of the port per se is not accurate. Also, the way that it's secured, the type of tape that's used, is not the same clinical tape that we would use in the hospital.
Compare Maddie's port to that of Anna Tower, and the difference is almost comical.
And I don't know if you've ever seen a cancer port. They're not usually this sloppy.
But the equipment problems didn't end there.
There's nothing in that bag. This would be where the nutrition would be. And if she was actually being fed via feeding tube, this tube would be full of this white liquid. There's nothing in that, so she would just be pumping air into her stomach.
Other photos featured the same inaccuracies.
Here's another one. No substances in the tubing, and her port is still messy. Also, do you see that right there? That little purple spot? Yeah, that's supposed to be down in her stomach.
All of which were taken not inside a hospital, but instead her own apartment. Every other photo was simply found on Google.
This is a picture she posted. That is a European outlet. This picture is from Google.
Except for some other extremely shameful posts.
This picture alone should put her in jail. She took this picture, drained from chemo era. This was on her TikTok. Somebody reverse image searched it and found an actual person with cancer. She literally stole this photo.
Maddie took photos of actual cancer patients and posted them to her TikTok as if they were her own. Well, as a result, police received a report that Russo had taken money and donations from more than 439 donors.
So that's why she did it, for like either the attention or the money. Bro, that is a messed up way. That is fucked, bro. Pretending you got cancer. That is fucked.
Leading to a warrant to search the Bettendorf apartment of Madison Marie Russo. There, police found a brown paper bag with medical supplies, an IV pole with a feeding pump filled with cotton balls, 2 boxes of transparent dressing and a wig, plus a brand new 2023 Kia Sportage purchased with her GoFundMe money.
Nice.
Police then searched Maddie's medical records, taken from Genesis Trinity, which showed that although Russo was a patient, she was never treated for any cancers or tumors. Police therefore froze her bank account, and Maddie was arrested. 6 months later, Maddie appeared in court, making the wild claim that she had a broken family, and faking cancer was her strategy to bring them back together.
I didn't do this for money or greed. I didn't do this for attention.
If you didn't do it for money, why did you set up a GoFundMe? Huh? I know people that sat cancer and didn't set up a GoFundMe. Why did you set up a GoFundMe then? Okay? Get your ass to prison. Get your ass to prison.
Together.
I didn't do this for money or greed. I didn't do this for attention. I did this in an attempt to try and get my family back together. It didn't work, and it only got worse.
Maddie's lawyer then explained how being exposed ruined Maddie's life.
At the gym, she's had people approach her and verbally accost her. She has been at the store where she's been flipped off and cursed at and yelled at.
Although those who were deceived still demanded extra punishment.
I hope Maddie Russo is held responsible. I hope Maddie Russo has to spend a great deal of time in jail. I hope Maddie Russo has to pay restitution. She preyed on my emotions and my giving nature.
The judge determined that Maddie had shown remorse.
I doubt that you will ever commit a crime like this again.
But still charged her with first-degree theft. As a result, Maddie was given a 10-year suspended prison sentence, 100 hours of community service,
what does that mean?
a $1,370 fine.
Wait. What does that mean? 10 years suspended prison sentence. What does that mean? Does that mean she's in prison for 10 years? Oh, no jail. Wait, what? What does that mean then? No prison? Wait, how can you get a prison sentence but no prison? Oh, unless she commits another crime. Oh, okay. So what she got pretty much is 100-hour community service and pay back 1,000. What, when she robbed 40 grand, yeah? She robbed 40 grand, she got to pay back 1,000. Mad.
and she was ordered to repay $39,000 to those who donated to her GoFundMe.
Okay, yeah,
However, her
that's not
donors
better.
still weren't happy. As a pancreatic cancer patient who donated to her, GoFundMe refunded the money. This sentence is appalling. She lied to the court. This was for greed, not her family. To cause people to hesitate to help is the reason she should be in jail. Judge/prosecution, you failed. Maddie Russo has since disappeared from the internet.
Bro.